Hi everyone. So now that Titan Quest 2 is in early access, I've tried to make a kind of OP build. So I've tested a few, and this is what I think the best build is for, also for bossing and also for just clearing maps. I still need a movement skill, but it's quite strong. So basically, we are talking about a Storm and a Rook build, and the main damage of this build is ice shards, which is actually really good from the start of the game. So if you select this skill from the start of the game, it will pull you through the whole game. Um, the build of the gear is actually just some random, I mean not random because I am focusing on critical hit and cold damage, and if I have then perhaps spell damage and a bit of health regen, because you won't need mono regen with this build. So the main parts of the build is, I already told you, it's ice shards. It's really strong. And if you want to have proper DPS, then it is not infused shards which you should choose, but full penetration with it and full homing. The problem is that currently the game is not good optimized, so if I would choose full penetration and full homing, then my game would crash. It goes to 0 frames per second because it's so many projectiles that it just crashes the game. So a better solution is only one penetration and 3 infused shards. These infused shards will give you damage based on the sealed mana. So currently I have only 45 mana out of 310. So basically everything that's above 45, it will be counted as damage, and it will be almost 15% of that mana will be damaged. So it's really good. If I take this out, then my DPS will go down. Yeah, quite. It will go quite down, but it's still viable. But yeah, this is, if you have a proper PC, then you can actually go full homing and full projectile penetration. This I have only selected because of storm enhancement, so this gives me cold damage and a bit of a cold resistance because I was lacking, so I put some in there. Here I go full into storm guidance because of the homing and the range, and of course the projectile damage because we are using projectiles mainly. So this you can put some points into storm attunement if you want, because this also gives cold damage, but I have put those points elsewhere into the rogue archetype. So here I've maxed this out fully, and because you will need critical chance to trigger these shadow daggers. So basically if I damage something with critical hit, then these shadow daggers will backstab that enemy. So basically if you damage, so you shoot out 18 projectiles with ice shards. So it's 18 projectiles, and if we are talking about a single target boss, these will penetrate it once, so one cast will send out 36 projectiles. Basically this is a 36 chance to crit, so you can imagine the crits with these, and every crit procs these shadow daggers, which is extra damage. So this is why I went into crit. You can say it's not too much. I put everything that I could into crit, but it's still only 17% crit chance. But it's good enough, I would say. This part is quite important for soloing bosses, because this is mark of death. You have to just put it on the enemy once, and it will stay on the enemy until you put it on another enemy, or until your enemy dies. So I've selected damage reduction. So if I put it on the boss, I receive 26% reduced damage. The other thing is here, the passives are these two, are my main passives, because both of them give critical chance and critical damage, and also increased damage. And here also critical chance and critical damage. And I've put some points into critical hit chance and alignment chance. Oh no, this basically originally this doesn't give you critical chance, it just gives you pure damage and attacks at cast speed, so this is also good. I've put some points into here, into spell damage, of course, because we are all using spells. So this is also really useful, and this one gives quite much spell damage, so this is really good. And lastly, I'm still not full level, so my level is currently 24. I think in the early access you can level up to 40, but yeah, to try out, 24 is enough. And lastly, I've used this one, so basically I damaged, if I have a mark on an enemy, which is usually a boss or an elite enemy, I damage it much more. So this mark is extremely strong on single targets. And also, if I have mark on an enemy, I have a really good life leech. So I will show you on this boss. I think this boss is 5 level bigger than me, I think. I'm not quite sure. Oh, and you have to activate these sustainables to push down your mana. So let's just check the boss. I will show you the difference between if I put the mark on the boss and if I don't put the mark on the boss. Oh yeah, the boss is still not here, I forgot to summon it. So let's just summon the boss again. And I will show you without the mark skill. I won't put the mark on the boss for now. Probably it will also go down, but it will be much faster and much safer with the mark. So as you can see, this homing with this skill is really good. And also the damage is also quite good. So yeah, the boss is 5 level bigger than me, and the problem is, without the mark, I mean I can also damage it, but with the mark I could probably face tank it. So let's just loot it, and I will go and resummon it, and then I will show you what happens when I use my mark on it. And because these shards are homing, they take out enemies on the map extremely fast. So let's just resummon the boss, and let's see how fast can I kill it with mark. I will try to just face tank it actually. Okay, I have a mark on it, and then just let's go. Yeah. So so okay. Yeah, I won't push the... Okay, I haven't pushed the healing buttons, so I just face tanked it, and you saw my health went down, but the life leech, it just pulled it up again. So yeah, so this is actually a quite strong character, or quite a strong build in the early access. They will probably nerf this skill, this ice shards, because it's extremely easy and it's extremely strong. And if you don't use Rogue for the other class, if you take Storm, you can just use our ice shards to steamroll the game. Actually, it's easy mode. Okay, that was it for this build. Probably I will be back with another build. We will see. Thank you all.